Thank you for joining us. It is day 4 of the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. The teenager is charged with shooting 3 people, killing 2 of them in Kenosha during the riots following the police-involved shooting of Jacob Blake. Let's get to our Andrea Albers in the newsroom. Andrea, day 4 just started with another juror dismissed. Why?
Well, Julia, Judge Bruce Schrader said a pregnant juror was having some discomfort and she asked to be dismissed. He granted that request. 18 jurors, 10 women and 8 men remain. Wisconsin veteran Jason LACKOWSKI was first to take the stand Friday morning and told the court he was in Kenosha to help protect businesses, specifically CarSource lots, and that his plan was to shout, shove, show, as in display a weapon, and shoot. He testified that while guarding the properties, he never had to do anything beyond shout. LACKOWSKI also testified that he came across Joseph Rosenbaum.
What did you think of him?
A babbling idiot.
Did you consider him a threat?
No.
Did you feel that he posed any danger to you or anyone else?
No.
LACKOWSKI said that later he heard gunshots and followed the sound.
I remember hearing gunfire, yes.
While on the move, LACKOWSKI told the court he came across Kyle Rittenhouse, who LACKOWSKI described as frazzled and shocked. The two can be seen on this video. LACKOWSKI testified that they spoke, but needed to look at a transcript of an interview he'd given to the FBI before he was able to recall the conversation in court.
When the defendant spoke to you, he said he didn't shoot anyone.
Correct.
But he said he needed help.
Yes.
What did you tell him, if anything?
I told him to run to the police.
During cross-examination, the defense pressed LACKOWSKI about his recollection of that conversation.
The statement that makes more sense is, I did shoot somebody and I need help. Right? Why would he need help if he didn't shoot someone? Right?
Yes.
How certain are you that in fact he didn't say, I did shoot someone and I need help, versus I didn't shoot someone but I need help?
I don't honestly recall.
LACKOWSKI testified that he followed Rittenhouse until he heard gunshots behind him and then, quote, blacked out.
I remember being on the sidewalk, and then there was an individual on the ground screaming. I had walked up to them with a group of individuals. Somebody was screaming for a tourniquet, I believe.
The person on the ground was Gage Grosskreutz. LACKOWSKI says he applied the tourniquet and stayed with Grosskreutz until police showed up. Court is on a lunch break right now. When it resumes around 12:30, Anthony Huber's great-aunt, Susan Hughes, will be on the witness stand. Anthony Huber is one of the men shot and killed by Kyle Rittenhouse during the riots in Kenosha in the summer of 2020.
All right, Andrea, thank you so much. And both the defense and prosecution are trying to make good impressions on the jury right now, heading into a long weekend. This morning, we asked legal analyst and defense attorney Patrick Cafferty about what both sides are looking to accomplish this afternoon.
As far as the state is concerned, they're going to have more control over where they leave this with jurors this afternoon than the defense does. So obviously we're at a stage in the case where the state is calling witnesses and they have the right to call who it is they'd like. The defense is just sort of stuck with the decisions that the state is making. So as far as yesterday's testimony is concerned, the defense is probably feeling pretty good about some of the information that came forward through witnesses, and they're going to try to parlay that into more of that information today. Basically, what they're saying is they're trying to draw more support for their theory that Rittenhouse had no choice but to do what he did. And you mentioned some of that information that came forward about the claim of witnesses that Rosenbaum had grabbed for Rittenhouse's gun. And there was also information that came out about someone else who was about 100 feet away who shot a warning shot in the air shortly before Rittenhouse shot. So the defense is going to continue to highlight that information about self-defense. And obviously the state is going to try to dissuade the jury from believing that that's the case.
Cafferty will be joining us live every morning on TMJ4 News today as the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse goes on, breaking down what is exactly happening in the courtroom from a lawyer's perspective. You can also watch the trial unfold live on Court TV, over the air on channel 4.3. And our Stephanie Haynes is in the courtroom every day. Will bring us the latest tonight, starting at 5 on TMJ4 News.